Hello and welcome to Wild West Garage. My name is Morgan and this is the last fender from the 50 Chev that I have to repair. So you can see it's pretty obvious what the problem is here. Big hole, big chunk missing there. There's some damage down there. So I'm going to try and roll all these repairs into one video. I'm probably not going to go into a lot of detail on it. I'll just kind of show you progress reports, I guess, throughout the video. And then we'll end up with a finished fender. Because this could go on for hours. It will go on for hours for me, but for you, I don't want it to be that long. I want it to be like a 30-minute video tops. So let's get to work. Just quickly show you what's going on here. So I've cut this out, the damaged area, the old weld, and I left. There's a crack right there. I'm just gonna weld that up. So now I've made this template. So I'll transfer that to a piece of metal and cut it out. Kind of a tricky little piece to make because there's a lot of shape right there in a concentrated area. It needs a lot of stretching. Maybe I could call this video How Not to Patch a Fender. I mean, this isn't a complete disaster, but it's not my best work. So the mistake I made here was I'm not going to say I put too much shape in this part of the patch, but I didn't put enough in this part of the patch, or maybe I did put too much here. So good here, too much shape right here, like it's domed up too much, and not enough here. I can correct this part. I can correct this too. I might have to shrink this down a bit, but I just kind of rushed through this. Sometimes I think I spend too much time messing around, getting everything just perfect, you know what I mean? And in the end it doesn't really matter anyways because nobody's going to see it or whatever. But in this case, this is a visible area and it's not right, so I got to do a little hammer and dolly work here now. See if I can get this kind of evened out so it flows nice. So it kind of humps up here and dips down here, right? And then this comes along and it dips in and it flattens out. So it'll go. I'll be able to fix this. Okay, that turned out nice, actually. I'm quite pleased with it. There was a high spot here, and so because it was kind of captured by this, this corner, I was able to tap it down like in a circle and work my way into the middle and kind of just do that, and it shrunk it down. So, and then this low spot here, I was able to work that up. So this is an area, like, this is where the running board bolts on here. So I don't want a whole bunch of body filler here to make a big correction. There's a bit of a low spot there, like where the patch panel was offset. I'm not going to worry about that. The running board's going to be here. It's going to be on top of it. I mean, I could pick this out here, but it's an acceptable result. I'm not going to say good enough. I said it, but I mean, it's not good enough. It's acceptable. So just a little look at this. What's going on here? So this, I call this a J. It's a J return. So you can see how it's unfolded here. And this face here, when it comes down here, it's dented in. So when I knock this back out, that will naturally turn this in a bit. There's some old repairs here. You can see that. There's a weld along here. And it looks good. So I'm probably not going to have to mess with that. It looks like it might have been like misaligned here in this section, but hopefully I can hammer that back down and it'll look okay. And there's another crack comes down here and this into this, and the bolt that holds this brace on is what just welded on here. So I'm just going to cut that out. I'm probably going to cut all of this out here, this area here, and redo that. I'm not sure well, yeah, because it's the doubler is just, yeah, it looks like it's actually, I would say this, I don't know, it looks kind of like it got pulled out here. Yeah, you can see the spot welds let go, so I don't think the doubler's in the right place. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. So I might have to just cut this doubler right out to a great degree. Then there's another crack that runs all the way up here. A few little dents here and there, Audi dents, like somebody just smashed it out here with a, sharp pick, some kind, pick tool. And dents all the way up here. And this is kicked in down here. It's smashed in that way. There's a kink right here. So there's a lot going on here. But I'm up for it. Yeah. This doubler is definitely shifted. So I'll have to compare it to the other Fender. It looks like this is supposed to go in further. That is looking a lot better. Got all these dents out of it along here, and this these gas welds, they planished out pretty nicely. But this area down here, I can see there's another crack developed there. This is really kind of ruddy and pitted through here. See that ridge? That's actually rusted, like, so it's left a ridge. So I'm going to cut this, and this is really nasty over here too. This is a really kind of a thick weld. So I'm going to cut this out probably from about here all the way along like this. Get rid of this and get rid of this. This is kind of really thin in here. There's another crack there, see? So just, it'll be a lot nicer if I can just redo this whole part here. But before I cut this out, I'm going to make the piece and just lay it over top of it so I make sure it fits nice. just give you a little look at this. I screwed up here big time and went off the cut line. So that'll be extra work to fix that, but it's doable. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going along here, stitching this together from this point right here. Just keep working my way an inch at a time until I get down to here, and then I'll worry about coming back and fixing this after. So I put this little grid on here when I was sanding it so I could see what the highs and lows were. So that worked really good. Anyways, it's going on there. I had to cut my first spot weld because the whole thing was kind of running downhill. And that's why I had to planish this so much to get it tipped back up in this direction. And now I've got a big, well, I think that'll close up actually. Yeah, just got to lift this up and it'll close that. Okay, so that's okay. I just didn't want to keep welding down here anymore until I got this done along the top here. there we go. That is body filler ready now. I'm not going to say it's high build primer ready. It's not that good. It's going to need a skim of Bondo. Or not Bondo, but body filler. Few little nibs on the back I got to address. But it went in there nice. Looks like it belongs there. A bit of a high spot right there, but I think it's pretty good. So I did a little bit more picking and filing on this thing, and it might just be high solid primer ready, but that remains to be seen. I'll have to I will skim a little filler on there, sand it down, see what I got. But anyways, that's as far as I'm going to take this metal repair for now. And I'm just getting ready to I got the doubler straightened out, ready to weld in there, and I just realized I should have probably had a little bit more meat here on the skin, but that's okay. It's going to be all right. I think I'll just run a bead of weld along here just to reinforce that a little bit too, and then make that look like it's a little wider. And then that's right, the bolt hole is right just about 1/8 of an inch or less beyond this edge here, so to beef it up a bit. But anyways, that's all. Like I said, that's all I'm going to do with this for now. There's a few more repairs, like as far as there's dents, a couple of big dents there and some small dents here and there. And there's a little bit of a issue with it here, right here. There's an old gas weld right there, but I think that gas weld looks pretty good. I'm just going to grind it down and repair that inner structure. And that'll be it for this Fender. That'll be it for, pretty much all the sheet metal work. Well, I still gotta weld this stuff in, but I'm gonna do that after I get the cab dipped. I think we're gonna end up sending it to a stripper to get it stripped and de-rusted. I just can't see any other way to do this and with a good outcome. I could spend hours and hours with abrasives and whatnot, and even maybe get it sandblasted, but I don't want to get it sandblasted. I think unless I was going to do it myself, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to end up with a bunch of warped panels. So anyways, that's where we're at. All right, thanks for watching, and I just want to welcome the new subscribers. I think a lot of you jumped over from Buck and Billy Ray's channel due to the pipe videos that I made. There's a chainsaw down there. It's pipeless right now. Right there. Bill's still got my pipes, so I have a stock pipe I can put back on it if I need to run it, but I do want to build another pipe for that saw, and I'm going to do a much simpler pipe for it that I think will be just as good as that fancy one that I made. So anyways, thanks for checking me out, thanks for signing up, subscribing, and I will see you next time.